And you answered my next question already.
Okay.
Talking about pertinent issues in the facing pharmacy during your career. Anything since then that you've seen that comes up, pertinent issues?
With pharmacy as a whole? Well, I think, you know, when I first started, automation was just starting at that time. So when I started in retail pharmacy, it was very much you were responsible for that store. You filled the prescriptions that came into that store. You did all the refills that came into that store, and it was very, like I said, building oriented. And then, you know, technology came and cost measures, and people want to save money and all that. And so you started moving into more automated dispensing, central fill. I don't know if you guys know a lot about central fill, but like the retail pharmacies now where you order a refill, it doesn't necessarily get counted and filled at the place that you order it. It goes to a central fill pharmacy that actually does all the automated dispensing and then sends it back to the retail pharmacy to be picked up. So that's something big that's happened even since I started. And then here at the PBM level, it's pretty much the same thing. It's all about centralized processing. I think the biggest thing that's happened over the last couple of years is, you know, people are moving away from paper. Everybody's got handhelds now, iPads, there's e-prescribing. So pharmacy is really having to find ways to meet regulatory requirements and practice standards and those kind of things, but do it in an electronic environment. So I think that's big in the industry right now as well.
Okay. And do you have, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No.
Could you tell us how you decided to become a pharmacist? I think it was kind of like a best kept secret for a while, such a great career, and there was always such a big need for it. So how did you come across pharmacy and decide that that's what you wanted to do?
I fell into it, to be honest. I mean, to your point, it's not like it was big out there, particularly for women, that, hey, you should be a pharmacist. But I will say that I wanted to do something that would provide me with a career, not just a job. So I wanted to be able to grow and develop. And honestly, I wanted something that would allow me to be self-sufficient. You know, I didn't want to have to depend on others to take care of me. I wanted to be able to stand on my own. And as luck would have it, I got a job as a cashier in a pharmacy. And I saw the pharmacists there and what they were doing. And I was like, oh, I could do that. You know, I'm going to go to pharmacy school. And, you know, I remember one night I was leaving the retail pharmacy with the pharmacist, and she got in her BMW to drive away, and I'm like, that's it. I got to go to pharmacy school.
That's really fun.
So yeah, I fell into it, but it matched what I wanted for myself anyway.
Okay. And could you go over like a day in the life of your job now?
Now?
And what exactly your job is?
Yeah, so my job now is a little unique. So let me just kind of give you a little background on that. I was a director of operations in physician advocacy, so I was responsible for prescriber calling in all of our pharmacies. Medco, to its credit, I believe, decided, you know what, we need a better platform, a better way of processing prescriptions for our members and for our clients. So going back to some of the things that I was talking about, it's an electronic world now. People are moving a lot faster, things are going a lot faster. We can't compete long term if we're still mailing prescriptions and faxing people and that kind of, it's just not going to go. So they put a team together and said, build the platform that will get us through the next, 10 or 15 years of pharmacy processing. And to their credit, again, one of the things that they wanted as part of that team were people that were responsible for driving those processes in the buildings. So it wasn't just technical people sitting behind computers programming things. They were programming things, and then they would bring it to somebody like me to say, this is what I built, can you use it realistically in your business? And so I will look at it and say, I like this, I don't like this, nobody's ever going to need this, don't spend any more money trying to build that. So I was asked to kind of be that person on the technical side as we go through developing this technology. So that's the role that I'm in right now. So given that, my daily responsibilities are very flexible. It's not like I have the same thing to do every day. But just to give you some examples of some of the things that I do, I will view demonstrations, as I mentioned, when the technical teams get to a point where they have something they want to show. I will spend time either with them if I'm where they are in New Jersey, and I do go to New Jersey quite a bit to meet with them, or via video or Breeze. And they'll show me what they've done, and I'll look at it and say, I like this, I don't like that, those kind of things. I also work with some other business folks to vision what we want. So in other words, we have to be able to tell the technical teams what we want them to build for us. I want you to build a phone system that can automatically route a phone call without needing a person to actually pick up the phone. I want you to build a contact center that will be able to pull content into a fax template, preferences from a prescriber, so a prescriber can tell us, I only want you to call me after 3 o'clock because before that I'm seeing patients and I don't have time to take your call. That can pull all of this information together and present a contact to the user that says this is the ideal way to contact this prescriber. So I have to manage the vision team that actually is thinking outside of the box. What do we need? So that's another part of what I do. And then of course there's always money, right? How much is it going to cost to build it? And if I give you the money to build it, what do I get in return? So is it going to be value added for me as a company to front this money to build this capability? So I have to manage to some of those things as well. I have right now 5 product owners that report to me, so they each own a piece kind of what we're building, and they all reported to me. So I have to be there to support them, make sure that they're getting what they need to be able to do their jobs well, because I'm only successful if they are. So I feel like it's very important for me to make sure that I'm supporting them as best I can. So that's in a nutshell some of the things I'm responsible for. And then whatever else somebody throws my way to take care of.
It sounds like there's a whole lot more, well not more, but a whole lot of business included in your role, at least now. Did you feel like you got any of that knowledge from school, or do you think that it's always been kind of real world knowledge? Or
well, I love pharmacy school, but pharmacy school did not prepare me for what I'm doing right now. It gave me the clinical know-how and the pharmacist know-how to know what needs to be done at the end of the day, but as far as how to operationally manage that, how to put a process together that gets there most efficiently but still meets regulatory requirements, those kind of things, those are all skills that I pretty much had to pick up along the way. And I had some schoolmates actually that took business classes, kind of on their own. And I always thought they were crazy. I'm like, what are you going to do with that? You're supposed to be a pharmacist. But I think back on it now, and I'm like, they weren't so stupid after all. Because a lot of pharmacy is business. I mean, we're here to service our patients, and we're here to give them the best care that we can. But at the end of the day, we're still a business. We still have shareholders, and they still expect us to manage the bottom line. I mean, that's just the reality. So if you ever have a chance, to take some business-related things, it's probably a good idea.
Good advice.